slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Shift together here from the D-line. From midfield, here's Breeze. On the screen, Bernard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 that time. And the Dolphins have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Play clock winding down. Now Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice, but here you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Moore, the man in motion. On first down, it's Taylor. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that enables him to also pick up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the back goes into motion. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Here's Taylor, and a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And he's got him. It's the tight end, Cameron. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, Taylor underneath for Jennings. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Can't find, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Daniels coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. This for the lead in the final stages. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field, and they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Back to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This is Stewart again. And he'll be brought down at at the 27-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't have a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And now whistles blow here. Play has stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. Hauschka now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Fresh set of downs here. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. He's back to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And the Dolphins